Research project, Low Level of English in Public School in Cartagena. Leila Cecilia Hernández Orozco, Universidad Nacional Abierta y a Distancia, UNAD. Charter 1, General Background. Public schools in Cartagena have very low level of English because teachers are not well prepared to teach English according to the needs of the students, and they also only concentrate in giving grammar and vocabulary and do not work the communicative skills, which are the most important nowadays. On the other hand, groups are too big, and it is difficult to identify the students' style of learning. Therefore, students have a lot of problems when they enter to the university because most of the careers require a level B2 of English. Another problem that public schools have is that they only has 1 or 2 hours of English a week instead of 4 or 5 that private schools have. So, how the government pretending to have students with level B2 when they finish high school if the students do not receive the adequate English classes? Research objectives to identify the strategies that the teachers are using to approach the students, to divide the students into groups according to their level of English and learning style. By periodical exam, see what is the level of the school and the needs of the students. Bureau of Education needs to focus more in the students' English learning process. Look for the best solution to solve the problem presented in public school with the help of the teachers, parents, school principal, and the Bureau of Education. Get better prepared teachers to teach English in public school. Significance of the study. When students from public school have low level in English, it is a problem for them, since they do not have the opportunity to get into superior education for their low level in English. So it is a social problem since this affects the student's future. Also, the low performance of the teacher and their low level of English influence a lot of in the learning process of our students because many times they do not keep the student motivated and the planning of the classes are not that good and the less of the to the poor achievement of a class. The government need to take action in this part of education since nowadays English language is the most important for our students. A statement of problem. Taking into account the problem, it is necessary that the Bureau of Education do a research and start evaluating how they can do to put the students by a small group and hire well-prepared teachers to dictate English classes the way that's supposed to be taught. The Bureau of Education need to analyze and propose new strategies to improve English in all public schools if they really want to have good professionals in the future. This reflects the decreased likelihood of fulfilling the goals related to foreign language proficiency levels in Colombia, proposed by the Ministry of Education, hence an adjustment recommendation. Do you think that public and private schools should have the same amount of English classes during the week? Chapter 2, Previous Stories. Since we know the importance of English in this time of globalization and competitiveness, the national government has introduced the National Bilingual Program since 2014, and also the Board of Education has increased the hour of English in school and high schools with the idea to get our students out of the university with the language. Programa Nacional de Bilingüismo Colombia 2019 has established the Common European Framework of Reference for Language as the guiding norm for this reform and standardizing foreign language teaching and learning in the whole educational system. Nevertheless, the results were not what the government expected because they have not had well-trained teachers to work according to the Common European Frame. They did not take into account that our teachers needed to be prepared to teach in a communicative way and to forget the traditional methods. We have to take into account public schools. We have to take into account that English in public schools do not have the importance for the government. The director and the teacher that should be the hours of an English time in a public school is sometimes 1 hour a week or none, and many times they do not have an English teacher. On the other hand, in private school, they have 4 to 6 hours of English. If the government starts to give more importance to public school and give them all resources and more well-prepared teachers, our students will be well prepared to enter to universities. Students as well need to have more motivated classes, and the teacher must use more techniques to prepare better classes. Bilingual schools. In the meantime, bilingual schools continue to thrive. The existing gap between private and public segment to widen, and bilingual schools were depicted as the model to follow. In order for our students to get a good level of English before entering the university, it is necessary that the government gives more attention to public school. They need to provide school with material, proper spaces like laboratories, and training teachers to teach the students better, and also the institution need to have less students in their English class. In order to compile this, they need to hire more English teachers. Chapter 3, Research Hypothesis. A hypothesis that TED is the most important tool nowadays to work with students and help them with their process to reach a level B1 to enter the university. It is necessary to prepare different and motivated teaching strategies for the students in order to work with them in a more communicative form. In order to do this, it is necessary to keep the class only in English. Most of the time, and work in different environments where students and the teacher can interact more and use their own experiences. To promote the use of the laboratories at the school and to plan more activities with and for the students where they can use the computers to investigate and do homework. Also, is effort to maintain an active and continuous communication with the teacher beside the classroom. The use of other environment of the school toward the class as well. Thanks.